Zootopia 2. I was a big fan of Zootopia. In fact, to me, that is one of the best Disney animated films of the last 10-15 years. So when the much anticipated sequel was finally being done almost a decade later, I was excited for this movie, I have to say. And I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I thought it was a great sequel. Of course, it's not as good as the original. It's kind of hard to beat the original, to be honest, because it's so intelligent in its themes and the way that it explores racism and prejudice and injustice and the judgments we put on other people. The movie is really smart in the way it tells its story, while it still makes it accessible for children and just as entertaining for adults. So I love the first one. So I had expectations going into this film, and really this movie fulfilled most of those expectations. First of all, of course, the voice cast is amazing, being led by Jennifer Goodwin and Jason Bateman. Their on-screen voice chemistry is just awesome. They are so good together. This film might even have more Judy and Nick dynamics being at play in this film, and I love the relationship between the two of them that's built throughout this film. I think that's one of the highlights of Zootopia in general. Byron Howard and Jared Bush, who directed the first film and also wrote this movie and directed it, I thought did a great job again. They came back and gave a really awesome film about friendship and partnership, and this movie's definitely about partners and being able to work with someone who's a lot different than who you are, and it's kind of almost like a marriage story at the same time as well, even though they're really playing it like friends. And I loved it. I thought it's a story that's kind of smaller, even more in some ways than the original film. It's actually quite personal about the snake, Gary. And once the movie kind of introduces Gary the snake, it's only about a core group of 4 or 5 characters. Where the first film is yes, it's about Judy and Nick, but you get to explore so much more other characters. This film really narrows in on Judy, Nick, and Gary. And I thought that really they did a great job, and I thought the performances were awesome. The animation looked phenomenal in this film. It is a gorgeous looking animated film, and the visuals are stunning. The writing is intelligent as hell. It's friggin' funny. It's a hilarious movie. It might even in some ways be funnier than the original, and I love that. The humor is a mile a minute. Every 30 seconds to a minute, you're almost laughing out loud, except for the, a couple of deep emotional moments that they have throughout this movie. You're just laughing and having a good time. This movie has a lot of adult jokes in it. I think some of these jokes are going to go right over kids' heads, because I was oh, can't believe they put that in a kids' movie.
Say what?
Kind of reminded me of Shrek. Shrek's got a lot of kid jokes and stuff like that, yet it's also got a lot of adult humor that is pretty risque at times.
It's risque, dare I say it?
This movie's an hour and 48 minutes, the same as the original, and I think it's pitch perfect for pacing. It's exactly the length it needs to be, not a minute more, not a minute less. Is it as good as the first one? Like I said, no, not quite. I think the first one has a little bit more magic, and they weren't quite able to capture that in the bottle again, lightning in the bottle, but they did a really good job and got very close to it. The action is really fun, and like I said, the story is rousing, even if it's pretty simple, but it's also really entertaining. I think most people in my theater had a really great time with this movie, as did I. There isn't too much negative about this film. It doesn't quite capture the same highs as the original, but it doesn't have that many lows either. So, there isn't anything necessarily negative about this movie, but I can't also say this is, the best Disney film ever, or it can't even top the original, even though it gets pretty close. There's some beats that are really similar to the original that they don't do quite as well, and I felt the emotional resonance of the first film was a lot stronger here than in this film. The first movie, I almost teared up at parts. But the dramatic scenes in this movie are well done, and I still enjoyed it. There's a great villain twist in this film. They do go to a couple of quote-unquote new places, but I thought that we could have explored a little bit more of this world of Zootopia, and I wish they did that in this film a bit more. So I'm excited actually for them to do a Zootopia 3, and I think there's plethora of stories still left in this world to tell. I had a lot of fun, and so did everyone else in my theater. What can I say? Good time at the movies. And if you're gonna do an animated sequel to a classic at this point, this is a really well done follow-up film. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Zootopia 2 a B+. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you like this video, make sure you click that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, comment down below, what did you think of Zootopia 2? Did you love this movie? Were you looking forward to it? Did you like it better than the original? Or is the first film still better? Come back and check out some other movie reviews such as Wicked for Good and One Battle After Another. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next film.